Working solo as a content creator is a struggle, but with a full-time job, it seems even more impossible. But with AI tools on the rise, maybe we really don't have to do it by ourselves. So I spend time trying and learning AI tools that actually work, so you don't have to. Here are the 7 ways that I use AI to be more productive in content creating and saving 364 hours in a year. Whether you're just getting started in content creation or have been doing this for a while, you'll be able to leave this video with practical tips that you can apply today. To me, content creation is a job and a process that starts when my shift as a nurse ends. But no matter how many goals I set during my working session, it doesn't mean anything if I don't accomplish a single task with the only time that I have. And one of the biggest hurdles towards my creative work begins with starting from scratch. One of the best practices in making YouTube videos is starting with a good idea that's shareable, having a clear title that communicates the idea, and having a thumbnail that packages it all together. But when I just finish a 10 to 12 hour shift, it's kind of difficult to make those ideas spark into success. So I use ChatGPT to help me with my brainstorming process. Now, although I don't personally use it to generate ideas, I do use it to generate video titles to see if there's a better way of describing my idea that's still attractive to the audience. ChatGPT is free, you just need to make an account and have a willingness to try it out. Overall, this saves me 5 to 15 minutes of brainstorming during my writer's block. The next way that I use AI for my content creation process is by polishing my images, by removing objects, and generating them. Now, just because you can do something doesn't mean you always want to do it. Like doing dishes or laundry. In this case, it's editing photos and thumbnails. Now, although I do not completely delegate these tasks to AI, I am still able to save some time in the edit. The AI tool that I use to make my editing life easier is Adobe Photoshop. Normally, to get rid of something in the background or something in the image, I would use something called a clone stamp and just continue to brush things away. But now you can just easily select the part of the image and then it'll automatically fix it with content awareness. It's just a matter of a few clicks. Now, for generating images, we can go ahead and select the area that we want and then tell Adobe Photoshop what we want to fill that part of the image with. It's a bit of a learning curve when it comes to playing around with the keywords to make your vision come to life. So it's a lot of trial and error. Although the AI part of this software is still in beta, unlike Adobe's video editing software, Adobe Premiere, it doesn't crash. This saves me about 5 to 30 minutes of editing my images. Another big time saver is speech to text. This may not specifically be AI, but it's close enough. I mean, it's technically technology that helps you move things forward. You see, one of the biggest problems that I have with writing is that I write and I edit text at the same time. Since there's no such thing as efficient multitasking, when I use speech to text, I just focus on writing, putting my thoughts on a blank script. And when I'm finished with that, then I can go ahead and just focus on editing things out manually. Even though I can type maybe 80 words a minute, this does not apply to script writing because I'm just putting words from my mind to the paper rather than copying text. It's easier for me to just put my thoughts on a Word document when using speech to text. I will often press the microphone button at the bottom of my phone screen or double tap Control on my Mac keyboard and start dictating my scripts. But for the times that I need to quickly record, I just use this app called Just Press Record to record my voice, and then it automatically converts all that stuff to text afterwards. This saves me about 30 minutes to an hour of scripting. But once I finish refining my script, I still have to organize it. Specifically the part that involves putting together a B-roll list or shot list. When I refine my scripts, I also include there what part of the video will have what kind of shot. Like I'm visualizing the shots that you're gonna see as I would be reading or as I would be saying these words. By doing this, I am more time efficient in shooting more of my visual assets for my videos without having to wonder on the spot, what shots do I want to incorporate? But now I have ChatGPT 4 to do that for me. So every time I make a script, I make sure to label all my B-roll with the word B-roll based on the location and just copy that and paste it into ChatGPT to take all these shots and put it in a list. Now, it does take time for ChatGPT to know what I am consistently asking for, so it takes a couple tries for it to learn what my shot list will actually look like in the end. But it's totally worth it, and it takes less time than copying and pasting. This saves me 5 to 10 minutes of putting a list together manually. But let's say that one of my B-roll is a sample image. In my videos, I try to include a bunch of sample photos. But before I get there, I have to cull through my crappy photos to have the best ones for these videos. Now, if you don't know what culling photos is, pretty much it's just filtering your bad photos from your good ones. How does AI do this for me? I use narrative select, and this saves me the steps of going into Lightroom and clicking in and clicking out for when I need to manually cull and see that, okay, this photo is good enough for me. On to the next one. One of the best features from narrative select is the automatic sorting between blurry photos and sharp photos, as well as the photos with the best eye contact and the least eye contact, them being open or not. If you do photography for a living, this is a game changer. It's completely free, but they also allow you to try out their pro version with 6 of your own projects. This saves me 30 minutes to an hour overall, and I just love this software. So one of the last finishing touches to my edit is finding music. Whether you're the kind of person who starts your edit by looking for music or finishing your edit by looking for music, a common struggle by all is finding similar music that you believe fits your edit. As I build out a channel and even personal brand, establishing a particular atmosphere and vibe, I try to keep my music style similar unless a scene calls for a specific kind of track. But playing tracks one by one is not efficient. So when I find a track that I actually like, I use Track Club's built-in AI to help me find similar tracks to that one, in order for me to express the feeling that I'm looking for with just a press of a button. Sometimes I'll use these similar tracks for next time, or I'll end up using them for the video instead. In total, this saves me 5 to 30 minutes to finding the right tracks for my videos. But even after exporting, I still can't neglect subtitles. Since I've decided to follow the practice of adding subtitles to my vertical videos, I found it impractical to add subtitles manually. To resolve this, I've defaulted to using AI from 2 different services, Descript and Opus Clip. They are similar, but I use Descript by default, and the only time that I switch over to Opus Clip is when my vertical videos involve me talking about aperture values. Yeah, for some reason, Descript doesn't work well with that. I just import my footage, spell check the text, and when I want to remove a piece of the video, I just delete some text, and that's it. This saves me an hour or 2 to add subtitles to multiple videos as compared to doing it manually. When you add up all this time saved, it's about 2.5 hours to 7 hours a week, or in a year is about 130 or 364 hours, and anywhere in between. To me, although I have quite the passion for creating, not all parts of the creative process are fun, but it needs to get done. So why not check out the tools in the description and see what tools will help you get your life back and keep content creation inspiring. Happy holidays, fam. Mga kapatid, and keep shooting for the life that matters. See ya.